Hi, I'm Wilder Buchanan. I'm a FIRST volunteer, and I've been part of FIRST for 11 years.
How did you get involved with FIRST?
The leader of this league, Chris Johannesson, he used to teach a robotics class 11 years ago, and I somehow got into that, and it's been, I was hooked, and ever since then, I've just been doing FIRST Lego League, FIRST Robotics Competition, and FIRST Tech Challenge.
So what was your first team?
I was on West Side. It was a FIRST Lego League team.
So what was the team you went out on?
The last team I was on was 9804 Bomb Squad. They were an FTC team that I ran out of my garage.
So under your leadership, Bob Squad did something pretty cool, starting a league, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, we started the, I think it's League C, the Compton and Inglewood League. And yeah, it's still going on today. And we ran all the events. We taught all the kids, or raised the money to do it. And I'm super glad it's still going.
So after you graduated from high school and FIRST, what happened next?
So I went to UC Berkeley to study mechanical engineering. Instead of doing FIRST robotics in college, which doesn't exist unfortunately, I joined the FSAE, the Formula Racing team. And so instead of building a robot, you build a race car. And that was really exciting. Did that for a couple of years. And now I'm just an adult doing mechanical engineering. I work at a company called Anduril. They're a defense company, kind of trying to rethink how the U.S. procures defense products. So they work on a basis where they fund all the R&D up front and then sell it back to the U.S. government instead of doing cost-plus contracting. And I believe that it will save the U.S. government hundreds of billions of dollars, similar to how SpaceX has saved the U.S. hundreds of billions of dollars.
Very cool. So what do you do there?
Yeah, so I'm on the tower ground systems team. So I kind of integrate different sensors, radars, cameras into kind of like a ground stations package that then is used to either kind of intercept drones, classify drones, intercept people, classify people at long distances.
If you're looking back, what's something you wish you had known before you started college?
In college, I ended up not paying as much attention in class as I might have aspired to. And a lot of the things that I've actually run into in the real world have been really relevant to a lot of the classes I took and didn't pay as much attention to as I should have. And so I think if I paid a little bit more attention in heat transfer, I wouldn't have to be doing so much Googling these days.
Today you're volunteering at the new League W, shades of your early FIRST days. Why are you here?
I just want to give back. I think FIRST did a lot for me, especially FTC. And I really aspired to kind of keep that energy going. And coming back and volunteering just a couple Saturdays a year is the least I can do for all that FTC gave to me and really inspired me to be a mechanical engineer that I currently am and probably will be for quite some time. So,
is it challenging to balance, to fit something like the whole day commitment, to fit this kind of thing in with your busy work schedule and life?
It's not too bad. The great thing about being an adult and working is that you don't have to do anything on the weekends. And so this isn't too bad. I usually don't work on weekends, so
okay,
make it work.
So what would you tell people who are thinking about getting involved as a volunteer with FIRST?
It's just a really great way to get kids interested in engineering at a young age. And the U.S. needs so many more engineers. And engineering jobs pay so much better than almost any other profession that it's crazy that kids don't have the exposure to engineering at a young age. And coming and volunteering and keeping kids excited about engineering is just a great way to make them engineers long term. I think it's a first saying that to some degree, but it's really hard to go pro playing baseball or being in the NBA. The numbers aren't in your favor, but I can tell you that being an engineer, anyone can go pro being an engineer, and it doesn't pay the millions of dollars that being an NBA player does, but it pays a lot better than most of my friends. And so you definitely come out of college on top.
Anything else that you would, any other advice you would give them?
Use computer-aided design software. because if you're a mechanical engineer, you spend about 50% of your time doing that. And a lot of times at kind of the lower levels of FTC, people don't do that, and they just kind of hack everything together, which gets the job done. But then if you go to college expecting that just hacking stuff together is going to be what being a mechanical engineer is, you're going to be in for a rude awakening, because you end up spending about half your time as a mechanical engineer, if not more, behind a computer screen and designing things virtually.
One other thing I want to just ask you about, I know that you're volunteering today with a bunch of your friends who actually were part of Bomb Squad with you, right?
Yep.
So do you stay connected with your friends from FIRST?
Yeah, definitely. It's really exciting to see everyone a couple times a year. We've kind of all spread out now. We're kind of all across Southern California, so sometimes hard to get together. So this is a great time where we all come back and everyone kind of does something different. Someone runs the scoring, someone's the MC. I tend to do more of the mechanical engineering advising, and it's a kind of representative of what happens to an FTC team. Not everyone's going to end up being a mechanical engineer who does FTC. Our MC does bankings, and our scorekeeper, he's more in the creative design. So there's a lot of other ways that you can kind of go after doing FTC. But the good thing about FTC is it shows that like super motivated people do FTC, and so you can be successful doing a lot of things if you're motivated. And I think this is a very good example of that at the high school and middle school levels.
Awesome. And so, just a parting little silly one. Any like favorite, hilarious, amazing FIRST memories?
My favorite thing from FIRST was always when my mother used to yell out of my bedroom window at like 1:32 a.m. and tell the neighbors to go home because we'd be working too late and she wanted us to sleep. And we'd say, "Okay, Mom," and we'd turn the lights off and wait like 30 seconds. And then she'd go back to bed, and then we'd turn the lights back on and work for a few more hours.
Amazing.
Those are the good old days.
Amazing. Wilder, thank you so much. You're a great example of the FIRST trajectory and the truism that there's no exit strategy from FIRST.
Oh, thank you. This league is awesome. I wish we had a league like this so close to home back when I was doing things.
Oh, we're glad we have it now and glad that we have you back here. We're never letting you go. Thanks.
Thank you.